Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I'm going to be working in my box of to-dos again. But this time I think I will just go ahead and do like Gail and pick blindly. So I'm closing my eyes and apparently pulling out 3 things, and then we'll work on those and see what. See, I got random stuff in here. I mean, this really. Well, it could be used, but I'm not a big fan of the cherubs. Not likely to use that, so I'll probably just collage on that side. This is just kind of, it's gel plate print or painty paper or something, but it's mostly black. It definitely could use something. And, well, we were trying something with an envelope. Are we even going to keep this? I mean, definitely would work in a grungy journal, but definitely needs some work. Whatever this was supposed to be, it's not happening. I think was supposed to be at some point, and I probably used it for collage somewhere. A flip over, like a little. Alright, we'll just cut the top off. That might be the very easiest thing to do for that. So I thought, yep, just make some ephemera, move it from my to-do box into my to-done box, and that should work well, hopefully. So that, it just needs, so that's the top, it just needs a tag to go in there. That would not be bad, and well, what do you know? That fits. So let's go ahead and decorate the front of this to go in here. And do we want to? No, I'm not going to save that. And I'll also, let's see, it'll go on a page. I'll need to cover one of these sides because the other side will get attached to a page. Don't know which side, but at some point, one of those sides will. All right, let me grab some just random scraps out of my box here. Just, you know, random. Will they go with what I have here? Who knows? Well, look at that. That sort of can go. Music page goes with everything. That is nice and neutral. Here's some more music page. And I have a lot of teal and stuff, so that shouldn't be too hard. And then kind of a, oh, here we go. That doesn't not go. I mean, it doesn't match perfectly, but all right. I've got more. Oh boy, do I have more. Oh, some of this will look familiar because I was just using it the other day. So that's like a darker than that one, but that's all right. All right, let me see. I will pause for a second while I look in my scraps. Okay, I've got some, this is from, well, you know, a Farmer's Almanac. That's what that's from. I'm going to cover the whole thing with that, and then, well, actually, I could just leave that part. She says, and then she changes her mind. Let's see. I'll just do this. And glue that on there. And cut off what I don't want. So I hope everybody is doing well today. Hope everyone's having a good day when you watch this. I'm doing all right. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. So, you know, just going to be getting on some stuff that will help to manage my blood sugars better. And my dad was, hopefully the plan was for him to come home tomorrow, because he does all his eye doctor appointments stuff up in Massachusetts, and that's not going to happen, unfortunately. He's got to have more appointments in the next couple of months, so I won't see him for a couple months. And I usually just get him in the winter, so to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit gypped. It's not his fault. His eyes do what his eyes do, so he has to get injections in his eyes, and that's no fun. I don't wish that on anybody. I mean, he says it's not that bad, but it sounds really horrible to me, honestly. To be honest, it sounds really terrible. actually, oh, I thought this piece was fun, but I think I'm going to go over this piece with this tissue, which is some crayon resist and some dyes. And then when I did the Makers Creative collab, if you look at that process video, you can see that I just didn't want to wait forever for that, what is this called? Butter, stencil butter to dry. So I just kind of like went on it, and so got some stencil butter on there. And so that's just fun. And we have some teal in here, so that'll be fun. I think oh, and I think it will cover the which way do I want to go? It'll cover the angel's head. So yep, that'll work. All right, let's just go ahead and do that. I probably didn't need the music. I probably could have just covered the whole thing like that, but that's all right. And then I will find a focal point. Oh, I got way, you know what I did not need to do? Put glue here. That did not need glue. Oh well, the glue will dry. It'll be weird, but it'll dry. Or I could go over it with something else. Right now I'll just try to wipe off some of that glue. There we go. Now I want to make sure that there's something interesting showing through the window. He, in order for his face to show, would have to have his tail cut off. So he's too big. I think that he might work, like his face will peek out here, which will be kind of cute. And I was thinking this, just to lighten things up a little bit, because this is such a dark background. I just can't, I wish I had him facing the other way, but anyway. So I'm not sure which direction I want to come from with that. Excuse me. And then I was thinking like a flower to just bring up some, you know, to bring it up, and then that also will show in the window. At least some of it will. Or another option might be a quote. So I have these, which I got at the Dollar Tree at some point. Oh, 2020, that's when. Or it might have been 2019. It was a 2020 calendar is what it was. And so I just oh shoot, I forgot. I'll add the guy's name. I like to keep the person who, I like to give credit for the quote, you know. That's always nice to do. But that's another option, is that could go up there even. And then I could always put the name down at the bottom or on the back of the card. Let's see. I kind of like the flower. And I think the flower will look prettier. Just put those to the side. So maybe inking these will help. There's no perfect solution. I mean, everything will look decent. will look good. These particular doilies I got from Carrie the Crafter, his Etsy shop. And then these little bunnies, I have them on my Ko-fi. I have them as like bigger digitals. I mean, big, you know, like there's more to them, but you could always cut out just the bunny if you just wanted the bunny. But because I got them, you know, I don't have the, I have to change them up. You know, I get them on Dreams Time, and then I feel like I should change them up. I can't just sell them as they are because somebody else sold them as they are. I have to change them up. So that's what I do. All right, I think that will work. Let's go ahead and ink this one. And then those will be ready to glue on. I did go ahead and put a piece of washi tape down here so that he's just not floating. He's not just floating in the ever, you know, to ground him. Which is actually, there is a video Carrie the Crafter put out at some point showing how to do just that. And then I think I will also put a piece up here just to repeat the pattern. Might want to glue that down a little bit better too, because that's coming up. Alright, so there is that. Let's see how he looks in the pocket. Or she. It could be a she. It's a bunny. Or some people just say it because it's a bunny. Oh my goodness. I could have had my thing on the other side. There we go. He looks kind of cute, just poking through the grungy window there. Let's go ahead and glue down the bottom here so that it doesn't fall out. There we go. And then I'll probably want to decorate the pocket too. Since we have a bunny and a flower, another flower wouldn't be bad. Or anything outdoorsy, foresty, whatever. I have some, I have these gold stickers that might work too. Because they could even just kind of come in like this and cover the top part of the window. Well, you can't really see it anyway because that's a grungy window. I got paint on the window. That's alright though. Let's see. Do we want to put another bunny on there? Like he's just all judgy. He's just judging us from here to Sunday. And then do we want to do flowers again? He's too big. He's little, but he's like, I already have a bunny. Do we want another bunny? It's okay. Maybe it'll be a bunny journal. I mean, that's kind of cute. And you still see a lot of the pattern back there. Or, could even, it's a little too busy. Let's see. Could add a little tickety thing and still add some flower too. We could even have it come over into the window a little bit if we wanted to. Let's see, anything else over here? Sure, we got more of these. Got lots of these. Can even have that go all the way up. Or have one be over here. I don't know why. I kind of like, well, also it's kind of torn right there. I kind of like when things are like coming up around the window a little bit. Like, even if it's just like a little rose. You know? That one's a little bit big. Maybe a smaller flower. Like that little flower right there would be cute. Just poking up on the corner there. Could use this here even. Oh, we could come over the edge. There we go. And where's this? That's not quite the right color now, is it? I don't hate these though. I mean, you might not like them. I mean, some people don't like pink, and they might clash a little bit with that pink. But, you know, do I care? I might a little bit. We could put a bird on it. He's looking the wrong direction. They're mad at each other. It just looks like they're mad at each other. He's like, I'm not looking at you, and I'm not looking at you. I'm mad at you. It kind of makes me want to put them on there just because they're mad at each other, and it amuses me. Sure, why not? They can just be mad at each other. Just, these kinds of things just amuse me. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I'm going to have to cut out the middle of his legs there. Alright, let's ink him up a little bit. And dirty snow, it's fine. And I have my lovely little cutter. And somewhere I have a thing so that I don't cut into my thing here. But if I have my paper thick enough, that will work as well. Alright, be careful with your cutters. So I'm not worried about those little 2 blades of grass in there. That's not worth my time and effort to go around. And sometimes, once I have that done, I can come in with my scissors and get the rest pretty easily. Maybe. Potentially. Because I do find it easier to cut with scissors than with that cutter thing. So there's that. Yeah, people are taking a nap upstairs in my house. Even though it's the middle of the week. But for some people, like my son and his girlfriend, today's like their day off. Their weekend days. You know, I know that's probably part of his tail feather, but it looked rude, so I'm just gonna cut it right off. Just cutting off his tail feather. Shake your tail feathers. Do 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 do. Alright. They are mad at each other. Do you think they'll become friends again? Do you guys like to make stories? I don't usually make stories, but you know, sometimes things amuse me and I just want to do something with it. I'm weird like that. Also, maybe that's why I'm quiet, because they're taking a nap. I don't know. I feel really less talkative and quiet right now. Kind of like when I was crafting at 9:30 at night. So I like pieces like this. It helps break up that big amount of space that's up there. And then, you know, he's just super cute just sitting there. Do I want to add any of those other... Where'd the gold flowers go? Right here. And he's got snow to stand on, so he's already got a little something to stand on. I might go ahead and stick that in there. This was actually like, I think 3 pieces of plant that was on this one little washi, and I just cut them apart because they're like a weird shape otherwise. And then I can use them a little bit more effectively, and then I like to come in and just really press that down so that hopefully less of the washi, I mean, it's still gonna show. There's no making it disappear completely, but it does push it back a little bit if you push it down real good. Do 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 do. Push it real good. There we go. He can go over the window a little bit. I'm good with that. And there we go. We've got our pocket and our tag inside the pocket. And something to pull the tag out of the pocket. We have lots of options. Oh, you know, the problem is that is it gonna cover the flower? If I don't have to put it in the middle. I can put it to the side. I'm okay with that. Do we like that? Actually, I kind of do. I have a bunch of these. You know, I use printables, I use gel plate prints, any little bits that are left over from wherever. They totally get made into whatever this is called. Tab. Whale tail tab. That's what it's called. So, I'm excited for ephemera ember. Have any of you guys done ephemera ember before? Are any of you guys going to be doing it? I've made a few videos so far. I mean, the prompts are a little out there. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Well, the thing is, I could do the prompts easily. Like, there's like easy things that come to my mind right away. But in my head, I want to do something different. Alright, so now that is done. I think I will wait till I know which side I need to cover, which way I want this to go. If I want it to go this way, or, you know, if I want to glue it on that way, or if I want to glue it on that way, or it might even be able to go in between something already there, and then I wouldn't have to cover it at all. So I'm considering that done. Let's move it to the side for a minute. All right, there was, oh, this. I know what you're thinking. What are you going to do with that? I don't know. Because it's dark, it's got some blue, and it's just dark. And what would you do with it? There's a little bit of light blue up there. There's a little green and blue. So definitely could, see, that would brighten it up quite a bit, wouldn't it? See, that one's already done. Why it's over there, I don't know. That goes in the done pile. Let's see. We've got these strips from Your Creative Studio, but that one doesn't work. Do any of these work? No. Oops, they're a little on the short side. I mean, I could cut the thing down. That's not a big deal. Or there's these little ticket thingies, which are also from that. That's bright color. That's dark. We want to brighten it up, right? Well, he's cute, but we could go this way with it. It doesn't really matter. But this is wide enough that it's going to go in a pocket like this. So, definitely brighten it up with a doily or some... Oh, let me look at my... Where are they? Right here. Let me look in here real quick and see if there is something that is already layered for me that would look good on there. Oh no. If I put more book page behind them, maybe. Let's see. I don't have a lot of big clusters. Most of my clusters are more in the medium, small to medium size. Alright, see, that would brighten it up quite a bit. And then I could put a focal point there. Those aren't big enough. I mean, it's a nice big piece, so it would be good for like one of those raptors, you know, the big birds, like the one that I had earlier. No, he's not over there now, is he? Why would he be? That would just make sense. Although, you know, he brightens it up too. He's kind of cute. Do we want it to be bright or dark? We also have, he's too small. I mean, where's that? What about a tufted titmouse? Which one? That one's a plain one. I like the bluey one. He's so pretty. How would he just look on? He's not quite right for that. All right, let's see. I'm not even sure that that's quite right for that. What would you do with this? I mean, there's a reason that it's been sitting in the unfinished box, you know? Let me see if I can get something to be, you know, it would be better if I use like gesso or something. But let's see. I had one in here that's supposed to be used for white ink. Where is it? No, that one's pink. That's the white. Okay. Even though obviously this white ink has been... Oh, if you're new here, I don't like to do things, oops, in the middle. I will do it off to the side before I do it in the middle. I mean, it still could have looked good in the middle. Sometimes I might do things in the middle. I can't say that I would never do things in the middle. What if we came in over here? It's just so dark, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, if I came in with some paint, especially some metallic paint, that would definitely brighten it up some. I mean, that has already changed it up a bit. Let's see. Oh, I had brought out my gold pens and everything and my white pen. What if... Alright, if I knew what I was going to put on here, that would be helpful. That's too small. I mean, it's too small. Where did that stupid bird go? Here he is. I'm like, I know he's here somewhere. Now, he is maybe big enough. But I need something to expand him a little bit, like maybe a little bit of layering behind him. would help. Okay. With the feathers in the background, lightening that up a little bit, that helps some. And gives it some texture too. Something to look at, as long as it's not going to come right off. Nope, it's doing all right. This was recommended by Miami Small Art, Martha. She recommended the Unicorn Hero Hues Pigment Ink. And as far as giving some good white pigment, it does really well. It's not permanent or anything, I don't think, but I really like it, and I do use it. So I do appreciate her recommending that. What about that quote? Where did the quote go? Hard times don't create heroes. It is during the hard times that the hero within us is revealed. Nope, that covers it up too much. So that's a potentiality, and he kind of looks like real strong hero-y, right? This piece isn't right. Find the right piece. Okay, I found these pieces, which are from Tracy Fox's Love Junk Journals. They're the grungy wallpaper swatches. And because we have this blue up here, this blue's really close, so I'm between that one and this one, I think, because it also has like this reddish brown that is in the hawk or falcon or whatever this is. I just need to have him be low enough so that yeah, I think I like this one better. What does this one look like? That one seems a little bit busy. Although it's a smaller pattern. This is a larger pattern. That's a smaller pattern. That one's not bad. What about the leaves? It's also a smaller pattern. I don't know. They're all better than the music as far as just pulling in some color. Alright, I think... Oh, and then I had looked at this stripe one too because of the blue. But the stripe didn't work for me. So I'm thinking this one, which I could put it this way, which is upside down. So I'll just put it up high enough so that his head is not in the brown. So I'm going to kind of meet up the bottom of his stone here with, in fact, I might just go ahead and glue that now so I don't forget. So I'm just going to do that bit first. So the bottom of the stone there and the top of his head is close to the, there we go. That seems good. And then just make sure that he fits on there. And then that little bit of blue makes this make a little bit more sense. Did I ink it? No, I forgot to ink it. What do you do if you forget to ink it? Like if I wanted, well, I kind of do. Well, I could just pull it off. Or I could just kind of put a piece of paper there. Just do my best just to get it. Hit it with a lick. Hit a lick with a hit a lick at a stick. Is that what Fly Lady says? Hit a lick at a stick. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what it needed. It needed a little bit more grunge happening to it. And then this piece here, I think I want to use... the problem is it's not going to be a distress ink. So I won't be able to do like the modeling whatnot. But that is the color I want, yeah. So just using some, sepia is the word, not raw sienna, sepia. So I just brushed a little bit of sepia on there, so now it's not a stark white. And it is, now it makes my triangle too, because that's kind of the color that's up here, and on his wing, and down there. Do you know about triangles? Also, you know, it might be a little bit fun that I like to do. Not everybody does, but I do. Just a little bit of pattern of some sort. Like, ooh, even that. Not strong. In fact, I'm going to do the ghost print. Just a little bit, just to get a little bit on there. That was Seth Apter's, one of his. one of his stamps that I liked. That can go back up there. Goes with that one. Those go up there. Alright, let's glue that on. Alright, and I'm not sure if this is going to show, but I think I want to just go ahead and just do a little bit of this stamp elsewhere, here and there. And that will just hopefully kind of incorporate things to make them look a little bit more like one cohesive piece. That's the ideal. There we go. Just kind of did a third generation in the middle there, so it'd be there, a hint of it. Also, I might want to round the edges. It needs a little bit of softening, I think. So I'm just using the 1/4 inch to round the edges, and then you can kind of see that white. So even though this isn't going to show on the front, I'm doing it more so that I'm losing the white on the edge. That's more what that's about. And some people like to ink the backs. I don't care. You can. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. So there is that piece. Where am I putting them? Right there. Okay, what else? That was all the pieces I had pulled out, right? Okay, eyes closed. Pulling out another piece. Here's the box. You're going to have to trust me that my eyes are closed. What's this? Oh, it's just a pocket. It's just a library pocket that never got decorated, basically, is all that is. So that just needs to get some decoration, and then it'll go on a page. I think that I want to use this other, I have an idea. Ooh, sorry, excuse me. I didn't kick you off. Oh, yep, here we go. This is the idea. I want to use this on the top, so when it goes on a page, oh my goodness. Wait, oh man, it's too hard to do. Alright. Do you think if I try again, it's matched up enough that it will, do you think I had it lined up enough? Anyway, if it weren't so, alright, there we go. Oh, actually it worked alright. And then we'll line that up there. Right? And then we'll press really. Oh, then we'll break it. That's what we'll do. Well, that was one I got at a antique store, thrift store, and it was really hard to use, although I liked it. But now it's broken. So, hey, we just destashed something, and well, I can just go ahead and cut off the top of that and do my first dot. Alright, this punch was my first thought. So I thought that might be kind of cute to do at the top, just to have a cute little thing. And I could collage this, but I think I'm going to ink it. With what? I don't know. With whatever. Well, that's antique linen. That's not necessarily... You know, I like that one. That's one of my favorites. Clean. Salvage patina. Alright, let's do a little bit of this. And some water. Which was just by my feet yesterday, but you know. Things don't stay where I initially put them a lot of the times. So we'll just do the front and that top part. So that's what that will look like. Well, it'll be lighter than that once it dries, which you'll see it dry in just a second. Alright, and then I want to do some color on color. So I've got the library stamp, and I'm just going to take the same color I just inked with and just kind of do a little bit here and there. Oops, it's crooked. It's okay. We're not going to worry about that. And we're also not going to worry about getting it on there perfect. We're just doing, you know, bits of stuff. And then I was thinking of doing one of these doodly ones. Like that might even work like that. We're doing more color on color, or are we going to do black or brown? Well, I already did color on color, so I don't really want to lose that per se. This pocket seems really deep now, so that is like that. So I think what I'm going to do is take this and try to get it in the middle-ish. And that should be fine. Even if that doesn't go all the way down, it's okay. We're not going to worry about it because there's blank spots on the front, so it's okay. And do you want to do anything else back there, or are we good with what's back there? I think we can go ahead and glue this. My husband's so weird sometimes. But he was smiling, so I like that. I'm not going to complain if he smiles. I will complain if he's complaining. But if he's smiling, I'm going to be like, alright, be goofy. I'm okay with goofy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? You know what I forgot to do. See, because I got distracted by my husband who came rushing down the stairs like there was an emergency. There's no emergency. Definitely not. Greenish. There we go. And I might want to do a little bit of, just a little bit right there. Because it was kind of bugging me a little bit. Alright, and so now we got the pocket. I might want to go ahead and do some of this, which I know I could draw it. I'm aware. I am looking for something, which I should know where it is because I put it right here. It's hidden behind the stuff over here. I think I want the pine cone color because I'm just in love with how the VersaFine inks work. You know what I mean? If I were smart, I'd put it on an acrylic block. I'm not smart. And that's why it's all naked in the middle there. But that's okay. Still a little bit naked in the middle. It's still okay. There we go. We're just going to every which way it. Do you want some in the background too? Maybe. There we go. It's a pretty color though. It's kind of a brown with a tiny bit of a reddish. It's nice. I like it. Alright. Stick that back in here. These are just little plastic CD holders that I got either at a thrift store or from my aunt. I'm not even sure. But they keep stamps from ruining other stamps, essentially, is what they do. That goes in the mixed media drawer. And this is the numbers. And maybe we want to do a big, bold, do we want black? Here's the black. A big, bold 2. Why not? Just a number, a random. Is that the right direction? Yes. Just a random number. We got other numbers on here. Which way? This way? We're just gonna... There we go. See, he's bold and dark. You know what I was gonna say. It didn't sound right. Alright, I like that. And maybe even... This is where an acrylic block would come in handy if acrylic blocks came in handy. Something round. Oh, something round. What did I end up doing with those other ones? I think they ended up in the mixed media section. So mixed media section, and that's what I want. I want these. Yeah, my stamps are starting to kind of, I mean, the Tim Holtz with the Tim Holtz are okay. It's when the cheap ones get in there, they start to kind of ruin them. So I was starting to kind of separate them to protect the expensive ones from the cheap ones. This is what I'm thinking. And none of my stuff sticks. So I just use a little bit of glue stick and to make the stamp stick a little bit. That's a new one apparently. And yeah, it doesn't stay on there forever, even if it's upholstered. I know this is really busy, isn't it? I just kind of feel like it needs something a little bit bigger as far as, I don't want that to go above the pocket. I just want it to be there because there was nothing there. There we go. I don't know. Does it look weird? I don't know. I don't care. I like it. That's what matters, right? As long as I like it, it's good. So there we go. We got a pocket. And maybe I'll put a focal point on it when I put it in the journal, but it is finished enough to go into a journal, and that makes me happy. It is busy. I realize that. But as soon as you layer it up with, fine, we'll put something on it. As soon as you layer it up with, like, say, a flower or a label or something, that's going to take away some of the busyness. As far as, speaking of labels, or a word. We don't want a word. I don't want a word. Maybe you want a word. What do I want? And when do I want it? What do we want? We don't know. When do we want it? Now. Don't need a number. We've got a number. Those are numbers. But I wanted more like a ticket than a label, I think. I've got a whole box of them. A box of stuff right here. Like, nope, not those. Not that. Ooh, butterfly. He might, not him, but a butterfly of some type would break up the busyness while still being busy. Just saying. Do I know what I'm saying? Nope, I don't. See that? I could even put on there. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to do something with it when I put it in a journal. And if it was bothering me a lot right now, I could just do something like that. So if you got something like this from somebody and you're like, oh my goodness, that's just so busy. Just put something over this part. And that part's only going to show, you know, you can just, and then just have the edges show. It's fine. But I like it just fine the way it is. All right. Do we have time for one more, or should we do, that was only 3. I only got 3 done, and I paused when I'm looking for stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, it's actually technically 4. Let's go for 5. Closing my eyes. Closing my eyes. What's this? Oh, it's a plain guess check. It's just plain. And it's really thin too. It really should just be the back to something. I think. See, I would probably tear that off and use that as another piece somewhere else. And use this as a backing on something else. Alright, let's see if we can find something in similar size that's already... Those are business cards. Sorry, I'm not doing that one. Alright, I'm not closing my eyes for this part because I need to find something similar in size. Like, maybe that would work. Okay, I'm just going to back that on there. Oops, while my people talk. They're fine, they can talk. They live here. They live here, so they can talk all they want to. I know you're thinking, but you didn't go to the edges. No, I didn't. You know why? Because I'm going to do this for the edges, because that's what I do sometimes. Because getting to the edges is hard. Alright, is there an up and down on this part? No, there is not. But I think I like that. Like that. Okay, maybe come all the way to the top with that would be nice. There we go, I think, yep.
Keep going.
Okay, I'm going to try to somewhat match that color. It's going to be lighter. The mahogany is close, but not quite. If I add, I don't really want it purple either. A little bit of blue. I don't know, a little bit of brown, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of, what's that one? Ground espresso, and spray it with the water that I can never find. And then mix it up. What do we end up with? And more red. It's not what I want. The thing is, the aged mahogany looks kind of similar when it's dark. What if I mix? Although I'm pretty sure I know what color that is. I'm just going to mix these two real quick. That with some aged mahogany. More of the aged mahogany than that one. And then mix them up. I like to mix colors and see what happens. That might be close. That's alright. If it's not, we'll just use it on something else. It doesn't have to match perfectly. And also, when it dries, it's going to be lighter. And we can always add a little bit of brown or, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's like a violet, a red violet. Alright, I'll be right back while I dry that. Alright, I've got this ephemera, which I think might be a little closer. But I don't know how well it, you know, it's not a distress ink, it's a different, so we'll see. See if we get any closer. We're almost there. I'm going to try the eggplant, which is a chalk, so I'm not exactly sure. And of course, the color by itself is not what's going to work. It's all these colors on top of each other, which is probably more what's going to work. Oh, shoot. I did not get as juicy as this used to be. It was not giving me much today. It just kind of... And so, yeah, I will just keep trying, and that's what I do. That's how I roll. It doesn't need to match perfectly. It can be a lighter version of it, but I do want it to be in like at least a similar enough family. And now I'm going to try to edge it a little bit with the eggplant, just to border it out, give it a little bit of something something. I'm pretty sure that the paint that I used was like a golden red violet kind of a deal. So having the reddish tones with the purpley tones, they should cohabitate fairly well. And then adding a little bit more of this purple dry darkened it up nicely so it doesn't clash. You know, that's all I can hope for, is that it just doesn't clash. And then I think if I can get his ears right around Mr. Covey's name, then that would be right where I want him to be. I think that will be nice. You can still see the author of the quote's name, and they're connected. You know how I like things to connect. I was thinking of a flower. Now the pink flower is a little too pink, and if it was inkjet I might be able to, well actually now with this with more pink in it, that actually it's not too bad actually. It brightens it up a little bit and takes away some of the It's a little busy in the background. Which way does that flower go? Kind of like, is that like the top? Actually, I like it now. All right. It didn't work before, but now it works. Isn't that weird? For me it does. I don't know about you, but for me it does. So let me go ahead and ink this edge real quick. These I get on Dreams Time. You'll see me use them from time to time in digitals. Which way did I say? This goes this way. And so, you know, sometimes you'll see these flowers in something that I create as a digital. I have one person, bless her heart, that is a monthly member, and I really need to make her some digitals that are like just for her. I need to make some for like the people on my Ko-fi site I'm talking about. Because I didn't really have it set up for membership, but sometimes you do without realizing it. But, you know, if someone's going to pay me monthly money, I want them to get something out of it, you know? Alright, and then I'm just going to use my art glitter glue so I get it all glued down really well. Sometimes I do it like this, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take the chance and I glue one piece on at a time. But this is just one case where I wanted it all to go together a certain way, I guess, apparently. This all started with a guest check to do something with, right? But I really liked the black cat. I thought he was striking. And I think the quote kind of goes, you know, because black cats get kind of a bad reputation. So he's not a product of his circumstances. He's a product of his decisions. So the quote even kind of goes with the beautiful kitty. And he just like pops, you know, he like really stands out in his dramatic, some drama, baby, drama. Now, do I want to take away from his darkness and add a border? Ooh, you know what, I kind of want to just go ahead and repeat this eggplant around the edges here. And then that will make a little bit more sense as far as the color choice. It is actually the eggplant. I could have just gone eggplant. I wasn't sure how the eggplant would do with water though, is why I didn't. Alright, are we making this a tag? I think we're making it a tag. You do not have to have one of these. You can just cut it and match the other side, or take a piece of plastic and make a little template. You do you. I decided at some point that I had to have one of those. You don't have to have one of those ever. But you can if you want to. And if you have the means to. And the space to. Yeah, I think that's probably good, right? I mean, I want to come in and add like little bits of, except for I don't know where that stamp is right now, so that's probably a good thing. I have like a grid stamp, like just little graph paper type stamp, and I actually wouldn't mind coming in, but this is enough. I don't need to add anything else. So we did the guest check on the back, right on. You can even bring some of the purple to the background here and just do a little stamp on there. Not very dark. This used to be like the juiciest stamp I had, and unless I have two of them, I don't know. I mean, ink pad, and now not so much. Whatever. Anyway, that just adds a little something to the back. All right, so there's him, and while he fits in here, he's not quite right for that pocket, but he would fit in the library pocket very nicely. So we got a pocket and a tag and another pocket, which is also flipped with writing space on the back, and another tag or journal card and another journal card. So that is what I made from my to-do box today, with a, you know, picking without looking, like what Gail Agustinelli does. So I'll hashtag it that. And I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you. Actually, I think that did pretty good. Ooh, look, it even goes with that. Alright, now I'm going to clean off this mess. It's such a mess. How does everything comes out every time. I can't with myself. Just to make 5 tags. I know, I'm mumbling to myself, and you guys get to hear it if you stayed to the cleanup session. Because now I get to do the cleanup session. And that's always fun. No, it's not always. If you like to hear the mumblings of a messy marauder, mumblings of a messy maker. Oh, there we go. Mumblings of a messy maker. That's what the end is here. It's not quite as good as when Cassandra Arson Clutterbug does her wait till the ends, or thanks for staying to the ends. Hers are, she always has like a great story. I have no stories to tell. No stories whatsoever. But this is kind of more of a relaxed time of my video where I'm like, I'm not trying to entertain anyone. I don't expect anyone to stay. I kind of hope nobody stays. Although I know Mariah likes to know that I'm cleaning up. It makes her happy. Love you, sis. So, you know, there's that. Alright, these are all kind of scraps. They go in here. There's so much stuff. That can go in there. This goes back over here. That can go back in there. This goes up there. I should really unplug it for safety. I don't think I'm making any more videos today, so there's not much point of me leaving stuff out. I love this. I need to make some of this for me. I think that's just white chalk paint, and she did it on some tissue paper, and, you know, since it's not my writing, I like it even more, but I need to make some. And since people don't like their own writing, what I should do is make some and just put it in my shop, and then people can have something that's not their own writing, which you're more likely to use, in my opinion. I'm more likely to use somebody else's writing. Although I don't hate my writing. I'm not saying my writing is fan-freaking-tastic or anything. But it's decent. I know one time, I know I said it before, I did the white gel pen. I did the white gel pen on some black paper and did Nevermore for a gothic kind of a thing. That's layering bits. And these, I think, what I'm going to do with this little pile of things that goes back with me. Did I put that drawer away? I don't know, why would I? Why would I put the drawer where it belongs? Where's my drawer of clusters? Drawer of clusters. See, people that don't like messy people, they're not going to stay to the end. Those are not my people. There's the, it's under this other drawer. Drawers upon drawers upon drawers. That needs to go back where it belongs, or I won't be able to find it the next time. And that's why removable drawers are helpful, so I can take them out and see them, but then they have a place to go, where boxes are not quite so helpful. I should make a paper bag journal. Maybe that will be my next journal. You think? You're going to vote? My next journal. My next video? Next journal? Same diff. Same diff. I showed you all those. Yes, I did, because we already ended. This is the cleanup portion of the video. Scraps. Scraps. So many scraps. They're gonna get put away. Oh, I want to do clusters soon too, because I got a bunch of little bits that would be like these little clusters. I could whip through some clusters. I mean, I say that, and then the next time I try to do clusters, I'll probably suck at it, but generally, I can make clusters pretty quickly. Pretty proud of my cluster making ability to just randomly put stuff together. Pretty good at random. Random and eclectic. Or eclectique. I think a lady, I don't know if she's French, but she wrote eclectique. And then she thought it was funny that I said, why can't my husband just watch TV like other husbands? Because he was like stomping around. He just doesn't know how to relax. I love him. God bless him. But relaxing is not his forte. Some people just they don't relax real well. And I feel you. I mean, I feel bad for them, because I can relax like anybody's business. I can just sit and do nothing, or I find fussy cutting relaxing, and crochet relaxing, and doodling and working on Procreate and stuff like that. All that is relaxing to me. And of course, sometimes I do like to just, that goes in that drawer. It's going somewhere. It's not just going on the floor. Don't worry. More scrappy bits. Or she says, you know, she may be lying. To go in a drawer that is supposed to go up there somewhere. Somewhere beyond the blue. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, you can't count this, YouTube, because it's just me singing and it's the end of the video. It doesn't count. Don't take away my money. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for you that stayed all the way to the very end here, I started got monetized in May, and just today finally got my first check, my first payment, because you have to have a minimum of $100 to get your first payment. So that took some time. I'm like, man, I make more making stencil designs. Although my first month making stencil designs, that didn't make a lot. And I don't make a lot per month on the stencil designs. It adds up because I get paid quarterly, which is fine. It works for me. It feels like a bigger check then. So yeah, I don't make a ton designing stencils, but I love doing it. So that's enough for me. If it's something I love, and bonus, I get to also, you know, make a little bit of money. That works for me. Although if you guys buy more of my stencil designs on pmartiststudio.com, I'll make more money. It all is up to you guys how much money I make. Not you guys personally, but you know, the people out there in general who buy my designs and watch my videos, do all the things. Okay, so for you that stayed to the very, very end, I will tell you what my doctor put me on. Because I'm morbidly obese and I have type 2 diabetes. So I've been taking metformin and another medication that's supposed to help, you know, get the insulin going. But I have insulin. That's not my problem. It's the ability to make that insulin do things that they're supposed to do that doesn't happen. So my doctor put me on Mounjaro, which is like Ozempic, but in his opinion, it's like even better. He's like, yeah, it's the best thing on the market right now. I'm like, okay, I mean, I'll try it. And my big thing is I want to get my sugars under control. Yes, I want to lose weight, and I know that will go a long way in helping get my blood sugars under control and whatnot. So, for those that stay to the very end when I'm doing the cleanup, I will keep you updated on my journey if you would like. Alright guys, look at that. Oh wait, we should probably actually clean too. That might be nice. Whew, there we go. Alright, but see, that's only for the people that stay to the very, very end that get my personal deets. And, you know, not everybody really wants to hear about, you know, my blood sugars and weight loss and whatnot anyway. So, alright, goodbye my Audi friends. I hope you having a delightful day. And if you're not, you know what? I have an email down below, and you can send me an email and say, I'm really feeling really down. Could you pray for me? Or, you know, here's my address. If you feel like sending something, you know, I'd be happy to send a little cheer up card or something. I'm really bad at cards, but I would do my best to send you a little something to cheer you up. So there we go. Have a delightful day. Love you guys.